welcome to the Predator World Women's 10-Ball Championships, Day 2 at the Sports Park Halle in Klagenfurt, Austria. Beautiful setting here, array of champions, 10-ball WPA rules, races to 7, April Larson versus Amber Chen. What a match we hear. Both youngsters, 22-year-olds, both at the top of their game. We saw a brilliant performance from April last night in the team championships, and playing well all the way along, lagging for the break. This is George Chia-Hua, Tim de Reuter.
Not bad.
Not bad. And he'll walk us through the shots in the game. April to break.
Yeah, very interesting to see that during their team match, because of their luggage, they didn't arrive. So they all used this one cue.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got the same cue. It's Tyler Steyer's cue. It's not her own.
When I looked at it, in fact, I asked her what she played with because I looked at it, and it seemed to be the last cue from last night, same cue. But she's scratched on the break. Amber to take control here. And here's a young lady that really showed her stuff in Canada at the Predator Pro Billiard Series.
Yeah, I think this is a really good match, just because both ladies have been playing on the world stage. They have played multiple events. April has been very active, played also the World 9 Ball, I think 2021, not sure, where she almost beat Chris Melling. So it's like she does really compete, and the same like you just said, Amber Chen has had a good run in the Canada Open, where she won. So that means that both ladies are doing really well at the moment. So I expect fireworks here.
Well, this is why I mentioned that Amber, for instance, at the top of her game. I mean, she not only won, but she beat an Allison Fisher twice in that tournament that was at the top of her game. Allison looked fantastic in Canada. From what I watched it on, YouTube. And
yeah, but you don't forget this girl is a former world junior champion in the girls division, and then yeah, she's also placed very nicely in tournaments like the Japan Open, and well, that means that you know how to win. Like, you know, some people can play pool, but they don't know how to finish off, and she does know how to finish the game, and yeah.
Oh, she does, and I think both ladies, because April, for instance, last night really showed some grit and dug in there and played the best pool I've seen her play.
Yeah, well, a lot of people were surprised. They were like, well, I didn't know she played this good. And I said, well, I seen her play against Chris Melling, and I know she can play like this. So yeah, a lot of people don't get to see it all the time as well, so that's what makes it tough.
Well, this is a race to 7, and we are in Klagenfurt.
It's alternate break. It's WPA rules, which is different than we're using in the team event. Those are the Pro Billiard Series rules. It's a different format, and there's no early 10 balls.
Nice kick, but will she follow? She did.
Yeah, and I'm quite surprised. I think if I would kick at the ball, I would play 2 reels. Just to get the cue ball also out, and yeah, you will never scratch.
If we get a replay of that, she did. I think she did hit the rail. Yeah, she did, and it still followed.
Yeah,
but not enough. It was real close.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hit it on the inside instead of the outside of the ball to put it in.
So leaving a good opportunity here for Chen to build some rhythm.
This young lady, a rhythm she has too. In this alternate break format, can work for you and against you. Be coming back for the 6, from the 6 to the 7, and that lines up everything pretty well. All ball fouls, so she's got to be careful of the 10 ball. Dwayne Payne, our referee, very attentive to that.
And she should be okay here. Like I said, there was not really much to do, but like it's still the first game, so there's no rhythm, there's not that much feel for the match and the table yet. Of course they have had some practice time, but then still it does come within a couple games usually. So get that first game on the board and build some confidence.
You know, when there's not much to do, it's the easiest time to get real lackadaisical.
So it is 10 ball to take the first game. Chen, all the way from Chinese Taipei.
2022 Predator Pro Billiard Series champion in Canada. She told me that she hasn't really played much. She didn't play much during COVID, but she's on her way back.
Yeah, she explained to us in Canada that the traveling restrictions, they were like, pretty hard on all the people around Asia, like all these countries. Still are not completely open, but she at least got the chance to travel for these tournaments. So, yeah, she has been pretty quiet for the last couple of years.
But as you said, she's been in those Japan Opens and around. Well, the break.
No ball on the break. Had a square hit, but had the feeling she did not really put too much in it. Was a quite soft break. So, but no open shot for April.
And not much to do here. I mean, I guess you could cut the one ball real thin and try to get behind the 5.
Well, I might call the 1 just in case over the 8 ball on the side, and then get the cue ball behind the 5-10. I think that's nice. See, I think it would have gotten close, but I think she's got coverage. I'm not sure.
It does look like it. Like it's hard to tell on the monitor. Oh,
so
it looks like.
Well, there might be a small edge, but it looks like a scratch as well towards the corner pocket. So it really needs to hit it super thin that you either hit the long rail first to get out, or
she hit it thick enough that they use the rail. Yes.
Oh, but that speed is not good, or did she get lucky?
She got fortunate to roll past the 6.
So maybe just to make life a little easier, she can choose to shoot the 2 ball in the top right corner pocket in this view, just so she doesn't have to move the cue ball around again.
And that's exactly what she was doing. It was tough to, if she would have chose to shoot it in the side, she really had to travel the cue ball in and around traffic.
Yeah, and this is also a little tester, early game tester.
Straight drawback.
Small angle, but needs to be smooth. Nice swing. And she might have just enough angle to squeeze by that 5 ball for the 4 with some inside spin. But still some work to do, because getting from the 4 to the 5 back again is very tough.
Well, she moved that, and now she made it almost impossible to get good shape on the 5.
She looks determined. She doesn't really look like the 5 ball doesn't go. She was, first thing she did was already aiming on the 4. So nice bump. She made it worse. So again, she has the 5-10 combination on this kick shot, but it does not count as a early win. There is some confusion about this, just because there's 2 different tournament rules.
She's gonna get a rail? No rail.
I was scared if she kicks it this speed, like it's just, it would have been perfect if it did not hit any balls, but it was,
Yeah, the
so
speed,
tough to do.
the speed to kick that with had to get the cue ball to the rail. Make sure she goes down to the bottom there. She just had to hit less ball.
I mean, if the 5 ball didn't hit the 6, 9, 10, then it would have been good, but yeah. And again, like April did all the hard work
Mm-hmm.
to then give ball in hand or give an easy opportunity here.
And Chen already leads by a game, so she'll play position to get on the 6 ball, I imagine. I don't think she's playing safe. I
No,
don't see why. No, I just, yeah.
No, it's just pretty, like it's a little awkward spot to go on the 6 to in this bottom left corner. So and this is what I like. I like to go forward almost every ball in hand I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's usually more controllable for going forward than moving the cue ball backwards with draw. It's more forceful. But she got quite short on this 6, so still. You see, this is what I meant, like the early phase of the match where they are not comfortable yet, and the speed, and
I just, in that particular, look at this, she did play to the other corner.
but Lil Firm needs a bump, and she got the bump.
That's looking good now. Just comes across for the position, straight in position on the 8, and the 9 ball lines out. Good look at that southwest cue that she plays with. Couple of youngsters playing this game, and this is the new players coming up here. You have Allison Fisher here and Kelly Fisher, and then you have these two, kind of like the same thing, just the elite of the younger players.
Well, there is a couple more, of course. We got Rubilen Amit, Centeno, Filipinos. We got 35 different countries this week here representing their country in the World 10 Ball Women's Championship, but also in the Team Championship, which is, of course, a pretty cool feature because the last couple of years we never got to see a bunch of Asians, and also USA struggled by traveling.
Especially with, like you said, a couple of years ago.
So Amber Chen takes a 2-0 lead, and she's looking pretty solid. April has been swinging pretty good.
And we'll go to a break. And we are back. World Women's 10-ball Championships. Race to 7. April Larson to break the balls, trailing 2-0.
Yeah, and I was just about to say before the break that April has been swinging the cue ball pretty, like, she had a pretty good swing, just didn't really get there speed-wise and some some small stuff where Amber Chen got to get some more feeling and really just have some good layouts to work with.
Exactly. When those layouts are like the ones she just saw, they can get you in stroke real quick.
Exactly. So I think that's the biggest difference we've seen until now. That's why the score is 2-0, which says nothing, of course. It's alternate break.
Early in the match.
Yeah. And another opener here, because if she can stun follow the cue ball from this 1 to the 2, she might be able to cheat the pocket and just stop spin. No, she stun followed. Nice shot.
Yeah, nice shot.
Very sensitive. Didn't want to go all the way to the short rail because that would give a very tough angle for the 2. Now she can just use the short rail, move to close to the center of the table, maybe a little higher. Oh, she played 2 rails, okay. If she can get straight, she did. Yeah.
Looking pretty good here.
So cue ball is slowly getting to where she wants it all the time, because that's how the feeling evolves during a couple of games. She's pretty quick though, 2 games and getting comfortable. She's playing forward though. Okay, yeah, quite fast, but good speed still.
Nice little angle on the 2, on the 4, excuse me, to get to the 5. Probably would have preferred it to stop a little sooner, but this works.
Yeah, she can go over the long rail like this, center of the table. And the same thing with the 5, just use that 1 rail, go to the center of the table, and then again on the 6. You know, it's
repetition.
The balls are spread really nice.
Yeah, this is where the center of the table is your friend.
Yeah. So, of course, the last couple shots he played with stun right. Now I do play a lot of times top spin to go forward, and then with more right just to compensate, because like stunning.
Wow, this is gonna hurt.
With stunning, you get this flat angle, and with more right spin, you can really manipulate exactly the angle where you want to go to. So it does change the angle a lot, and quite unexpected. She only played like stun right, just a little right, and
she better just a little more. She would have hit the upper side there, and not gone in the pocket.
Yeah. But there might also be preference. I mean, the game is a bunch of preference.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that like to play that shot with a little bit of inside too, to stay low.
Yeah. Low and soft.
Mm-hmm.
So just stun off to the center of the table. Ooh. So she caught that a little bit thick, which makes the 8-ball more tough, because she would have liked to be on the other side.
Just kind of roll by it a little bit more.
So she, like, now she has the angle to the left. She would have liked to be on the other side and have an angle to the right. Still can go inside or outside.
Oh, she did that very well with a little bit of spin there to wrap out of that corner instead of come out of the corner towards the side.
So would be good to see that she gets that first game on the board, so both players can settle down a little bit. And then from there it's fireworks. No, I hope so, just at least.
No, this should be a good game. This should be a very, very good match. Yeah, you mentioned earlier that she is well traveled, and in her junior career she was all over the world playing playing. And that's been pretty recent too, the last 4 years for her.
Yeah, I know she still does play a lot of pool, and she's always been involved in men's and women's events all over the place. So
yeah, she's fine.
She's got way more experience than people would think, just because she looks young.
Oh yeah, but she's done so much in her junior career, playing men and women, and she's very comfortable playing against the men. 2-1. We are sponsored by Predator, Cyberts, BCA and USA Pool Leagues, Kamui, Arcos II balls, the Alpha Coin, Billiard Bergman,
and Jam Up Apparel.
And Jam Up Apparel. That's the shirt you guys are. I was wearing one yesterday. I just didn't write that one down. And we are in Klagenfurt, Austria, at the Sports Park Hall.
So, nice break actually. She had a pretty good impact, just not square in the face, and that's how the cue ball went straight in the side pocket. But she has got the 5 and the 6 tied up, or not completely tied up, but pretty close to each other, which makes it difficult to get on the 5. It does go in the down left corner pocket in this view. So if she can roll forward, maybe a diamond or two to leave the angle on the 3 to go directly to that side, that would be nice.
Well, the 4's in the...
she runs far though. She got quite straight. Center table would have been okay to me.
She could run. Well, she can just stun the ball right there and stay there and shoot the 4 and then come back towards the 5. I don't mind going up and coming back. See if she does.
Yeah,
well,
so
now it must go by the 6. I don't think it does it?
No, it doesn't go. That's why I didn't like to get straight, because I felt like it was tough to get out of this angle, so I would have liked to be at least in the center so I can move the cue ball around or
and that's
do something.
That's why I suggested, I said that I don't mind running the cue ball up and down to get on the left side of the 5. Like this.
Okay, she forced it over, but quite speedy though.
With the spin it's going to take off.
And you know, if she gets really fortunate, she might get really straight on the 5-9 combination, and then it might be worth playing. If she's got some kind of angle going on, then she might want to consider something else, just because then it gets too difficult. But it looks pretty straight to me.
I don't think she has a choice but to play the 5-9 combo.
Oh, she played that nice. Good recovery.
Very good recovery to roll the ball with good speed.
So then it's just to get a little angle on the 6 to go to the center of the table. Slow roll the 7 ball in for the 8 in the side. Get some rhythm going on.
Well, Amber Chen started out with 2 games, and it looks like April might be coming back with 2 of her own, but she's got 4 balls to go. This ball right here just might. It's a little tight. She made sure 8 ball didn't interfere.
Small stunt shot off the rail. Decided to roll it. She didn't have that much angle where I think she would be comfortable with rolling the ball, but she still has a nice angle to even use the short rail if she wants.
Yeah, I like the suggestion when you said a small stunt shot to just come off that rail a little more and get a little straighter on the 8 instead of having to run it.
Yeah, she might be able to just play top left and go around the 10. This is quite slow though. It's a keyboard run. Okay, still good. Was not sure if the cushion was going to give in a little bit, but today the cushion is loving April Larson.
It's still cool. Yesterday was a little warm in here.
Yeah.
2-minute break, ladies.
We're tied at 2. go to a little break. And we are back with April Larson breaking the balls in this second round winners match.
So a little more square hit on the one, but not square enough to make the one ball go. She still cut it just a little bit too thin. And another first opportunity for Chen. But that 2 ball is locked up with the 10.
Yeah, doesn't have a place.
So maybe some nice safety shots coming here.
Well, it does go by the 10 to the lower right or the lower left on your screen as we see it.
But how do we get there?
That's the problem. She's not going to bother trying to get there. She tried to get behind those balls, hit the 4 ball and almost scratched. April with a long shot.
Yeah, probably going 2 reels. With this speed, well, she was trying to bump the 10 ball real soft, and she's in a little trouble here. Safety shot upcoming. She can overcut the 2. Going to the long rail, short rail. Get the cue ball 2 reels all the way to the right side of the table. Oh, she's shaking a lot. A little more passive option. Not sure if I like it though, unless there's a ball in between. Just because there's so many standard shots, which happen after this.
Would you attempt to bank this 2 ball right between the 8-7 with speed? Just for a safety, and the cue ball just coming by the 10.
I like this more. Then the cue ball needs to get behind the 5.
It looks like it did.
No, yeah.
Close. Easy kick.
Must be. Maybe it's a small edge or it doesn't go. And as far as I know, April is about to get Tyler's tires jump cue.
They all played with it last night in the team championships when they faced Team Austria.
Good hit. but no luck. But still, the 6, 7, 8 is still quite tough, especially doing something with the 6 ball is going to be a interesting task.
Yeah, you're gonna have to either move it or shoot it a different way because it won't bank across. I think the 9 ball has that, although it's tight. Let's see how the player figures it out. She's gonna move something. Oh, nothing.
That's
Nothing
very
moved.
fortunate. Oh boy. It could have been going wrong on so many ways. But that's how it goes sometimes. And she gets the perfect angle on the 3 ball as well.
That's pool. Now she could move the 6 out here.
I'm not sure. 6 is a little high. If you don't hit it straight in the face, then you will lose the cue ball. I think I would do something like this and now just try to draw back and get some kind of straight on the 6. I think that's your best option. Or you might be able to play shape for the bank on the 6. That's the only...
Oh, to the upper corner.
No, to the side.
To the side. Does it go by the 9, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
But, yeah. She's quite straight on the 5, so I would guess she draws back. And she has a shot. Not saying it's an easy one.
There you are on 30 seconds time clock. You can see it on the right hand side of your screen there. Down to 10.
Of course, both players have 1 extension each per rack. So that means they can, if they need a little more time, they can at least extend with another 30 seconds. And well, this was the good thing about going for that shot is if you overcut it, you would always leave it kind of safe, not straight in, so
Looks like she could just kind of like make it to the middle of the table there on the bottom rail. Oh, she's going to go up.
I'm not sure if she was trying to go for the bank or not, but I think that was quite aggressive.
Yeah, I kind of like the safety.
Just if you look at the cue ball as well, it's not like the cue ball was going close to the 7. It was, yeah, quite some distance on the next shot as well. And I would have liked maybe a little bit more angle on the 7 so I can travel 3 rails going forward with top left. I don't like to go with stun and mess with that 9 ball.
I think she's got enough.
Yeah, of course she's got angle, but I just like to always have a little bit more.
A little more angle. It makes the shot easier.
The cue ball will move easily.
Yeah, it doesn't take as much of a stroke.
But she did well, and I mean, the 2 games she lost, it's not like she made brutal mistakes. So she scratched once on the break. April ran out, and like this kind of stuff. So, little angle to the right. I'm not sure if she can bring the cue ball back to the left, so she might choose to just play a stop shot and take a longer 10 ball. It sometimes is what it is. She can try to force it with left, but if she doesn't, needs to hit it full. You see, now she actually lost more distance.
Yeah, she would have been better off on the other side.
Yeah.
Like you said, just settle for the shot.
Yeah. Still doable, of course. She was always going to face a shot on the 10 ball.
Racing to 7. And Amit and Kaplan are tied at 1 right now. They just started, just like these 2 did. Whoa. Missing the 10 ball. don't see too many of those. They usually have good position for the 10. That wasn't too far off, but it was a shot that is missable.
So what do you think? Did she, like, why did she miss the 10 ball? Oh.
Well, we got 2 in a row there.
It's quite unexpected. I think it's just like it adds up. Like she didn't get nice on the 9 ball, then she tried something, didn't get more distance on the 10. Like it's not just that one 10 ball. It's just the work beforehand.
Yeah, right. It's the shot before that you sit there and you're criticizing your position in your mind, and you go to shoot the 10, and it doesn't. Oh, missed it again. This one's gonna sit up.
Well,
Yes.
and this is quite a gift.
Yes.
The last one was already a good opportunity, but this one we will.
Yeah, this one.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say it too early, but it's it's a gift. Okay, yeah. So 3-2 Larson. We didn't really expect this, and Amber Chen taking
a break, gentlemen.
a small timeout here, leaving the arena. I understand she didn't really expect to be 3-2 down after.
Well, I don't think she expect we're gonna go to a break.
Yeah, like Chen. We'll be back.
And we are back.
Here in Klagenfurt in the sport park. Amber Chen still on her break, so just have to wait a couple seconds. She's coming.
Yeah, you just had a good view of the venue here. All the tables, the lights, the spacing, nice music in the background.
And I wonder what is going on there, if she's changing shafts or.
She did change shafts on the cue.
And I wonder why.
Because that last shaft missed 2 10 balls.
Well, there's no way you can really convince me that's the reason. Here we
No,
have.
I was kidding.
Here we have Dwayne Payne.
Referee back in the arena. And Amber will be breaking the balls as she's trailing 3-2. Alternate break format. Whenever the score is odd numbered, Chen will be breaking. When it's even numbered, Larson will be breaking.
Okay, nice square here. Put a little bit too much power in there if you look at the 7. And April will be looking forward to face this challenge, as I think the only problem is to go from a 2 to the 3. And of course, there's a combination on the 1-4, which is off angle. But I think if she can get the 3 in the side pocket, then from there's more room to maneuver the cue ball.
I actually kind of like running the cue ball all the way down by the 8-9, just making the one ball to cross. Yeah, she likes those combos.
Why would you do that if you can do this?
Because I can't do that.
So nice control on the one ball as well. She has a natural angle to go. Oh, she can choose. She can go 1 reel. I always like to play forward, so I would play this 2 reels towards the 2, leaving myself probably a small angle to go for the 3 in the bottom side pocket. Little short pinchy stroke. She didn't really stroke the ball nice, so that's why she got some distance going on here. Looking for the side pocket.
Well, we've seen how she plays combos. Was to try to play the 3 in the same corner or play the 3-10 combo?
No, I think she was looking at shooting the 3 in the side pocket, bottom side pocket. Now she's got a small angle going towards the 10, so she might be able to draw the cue ball in using the short reel and back out for the 5. Here you can see a nice angle on the 3. So it needs some draw, maybe a hair of right to make it comfortable. She's playing forward, okay. I'm not sure. Okay, she had rather just a combination on the 5 instead of drawing the cue ball. I'm not a big combination fan, so
no, not when they're that far apart. Not at all.
But well, she set up pretty nicely, but the 5 ball might crawl to the long rail. See, so that's what I meant. Like I was not sure what the future was after this, and let's see. She needs to hide the cue ball somewhere here. You see, there was a small angle if she was gonna make the 5 into the 8. So maybe it would have been nice if she stunned the cue ball more, but we can't change that no more. She's cutting this, hopefully missing the 9, I think.
Well, do you just put the cue ball back where it is, off the 3 ball here? Or do you attempt something good on this 5?
No.
There's not much to attempt here, I don't think.
I think I will probably just bank it 2 rails to the short rail and trying to get the 7 in between. Maybe put some inside just to make it a little shorter. You can always call it in the corner pocket just in case it drops, but you don't want to be close to that corner
she
pocket.
wants to hit the middle of the rail up on top, on the right side. No, she's going to be shorter than that. No, she's going all the way up. Oops.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like that. And that 6 ball, I think April might have a shot to shoot at this 6. If she can make the 6, the 7 in the top right corner in this view. Oh, she played a corner. Wow. Okay. That shows some confidence. She's loving the new shaft. Nicely played.
Oh, she sees it. She hit it very crisp, very nice.
Yeah, hard of the pocket. Might be a little straight on the 7. Hope. No, she's got a nice angle to draw straight to the short rail. Doesn't want to get straight though. Can be very annoying. And this is not very comfortable. She can still draw out with draw left and then just go to the center of the table. That's why she needs to play a lot of left. Going forward, I don't really
going
like
forward,
so
she could
much.
find herself in the pocket.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
No.
Especially if you play that draw, then the cue ball will, because of that much force, it will stun off the rail first and then take the draw.
Well,
So
this is a gift for Chen.
yeah, going 4-2 or 3-3 is huge in these race to sevens.
And speaking of going, we will go to a break and be right back.
Oh.
Well, they decided to stay with the program here, and we'll walk you through. We'll get a look at Dwayne Payne racking with a new arrow rack, with Predator's arrow rack.
Yeah, there we've seen the scratch again. Of course, he still had an angle, but you cheat the pocket and there's some spin involved, and before you know it, you're in there. So 3 each in this race to 7. Alternate break, and no early 10 balls, because it's all WPA rules.
Break from Amber.
From April.
April, excuse me. Thank you.
And now she started breaking from the side, but then again, not really a square hit. Really looking to see people hit him straight in the face. So every time that cue ball is too much to the left, too much to the right, and it just does not give the nice results.
The weight of the rack doesn't push the one ball up.
Yeah. Try to get behind the 9,
Yeah,
which was
that
a
was tough.
super small.
Small landing area.
I don't really think I would have played that. Probably more distance, like banking the 1 over and the cue ball on the left side of the table. Like April, she can play the 1 like towards the bottom right corner pocket.
And come down behind these balls.
Yes, only a thicker contact, because now the 1 ball was always going to stay in the open. I like to double up with a couple balls to make sure they, if I don't get behind that 1 ball, then some other ball will get it safe. And she might have the kick and stick here. Or is she playing the thin?
It looks like she's playing it very thin and coming around the table for these behind these
and then
balls.
behind the 2?
No, she was trying to get behind both of them, I believe. I think she was trying to hit it thinner and come around all the way behind the 4. But the way it worked out.
Well, she might get in trouble after, because if she banks the 1 close to the 9 and then the cue ball around this, but it's quite soft. Like, I really would like to be on the long rail. Okay, still good, but yeah. You know, you can do just that little bit more if you can get behind the 2 or behind the 4, then it's just that little extra. But
Takes
this
away
is
everything.
still a good shot though. And kicking 1 rail, and I would probably kick this with a lot of speed.
Try to bank it across.
Well, just because there's no real other ball you can get lucky behind. And I think she just got lucky, but imagine there was no balls to get behind and what the percentages are to get lucky.
How thin she hits that.
Oh. So not really sure, maybe she was just trying to make the 1 because it was in an awkward position. She left Amber Chen a bank shot here. I know she was trying to get behind the 10-5, but I'm not sure if it was possible with that 4 ball being there. And
yeah, I'm not so sure she, I should have considered playing the ball across. Playing the bank shot, using the 4 to stop the cue ball.
nice start here for Chen. Big Austrian applause on the background, because Jasmine Ocean is playing just next to this table.
And she leads 4-1. Jasmine does.
So still some work to do. Of course, she has got the 4-5, but they're quite close to each other. But the 6-9 combination is there, but it's not straight. So getting to where you're nice and close to that 6-9, and then you can start to judge, like, yeah, where am I gonna hit it? What's the 6 going to do? And how do I get to the 7 on the short rail? That's what I was worried about, or am still worried about. So no, get straight, get straight, get straight. Okay, and close, really close by. That's a big plus.
Looks like she's called the 9 ball there.
Played that quite firm. I think I would have liked to maybe play a little softer, because the 6 was not gonna bump out so much.
Or maybe she was thinking a little harder. She could get that 6 going across a little more.
Yeah, now it really needs a soft draw just to land real softly on that long rail. She can also play one rail and hard out, like she did now.
I think I'd rather go forward here and go 2 rails, and take the little bit longer shot on the 8, and then play short side.
I will play low right to the long side. I do like this. Didn't get a little speedy though. Longer 8 ball. And the same thing here, like, yeah, it's super tough to get straight on the 10 ball, so I would just make the 8, maybe draw back near the side pocket and take a little longer 10, just because I don't really want to risk to try to do too much and hang up the 8 ball.
The 8 ball or jar it out.
Yeah.
She's going with it.
Oh,
all
she
the way
did.
across, yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean, nice smooth stroke, good shot. I just think she's making life a little bit more difficult for herself.
Actually, she hit that a little hard. You know, got down a little, but she's in good shape here. I think where she makes this 10 ball. A little bit of a tough shot.
And it goes in. 4-3 for Chen. Amber Chen from Chinese Taipei.
As we rack the balls here. Amber in the background, Dwayne with the arrow rack on these Predator tables. The Predator cloth. The lights above, you'll see the reflection on the balls. Of course, their cues. Amber to break. Leading 4-3.
Still breaking from that same spot as she has been breaking from. Haven't really seen many successful breaks.
Looks like the 4-railer went right in.
Just stopped in time.
I kind of chuckled because the way she was looking at that cue ball going towards the pocket. But she stopped in time but got behind the 9 ball. So not much of a shot on the 2, but long shot on the 1.
Yeah, and it's on the rail as well. Always awkward around the corner pocket, around the rail.
This long shot on the rail is going to be... Oh, it's a nice shot. Comes down nicely for the 2-ball.
Good shape on the 2, and actually that was the most work on the table, with the 3 and the 5 being close. Just maybe to get on the 7, that would be tricky.
She's got to get right on the 7, and then of course if she does, going to the 8 is very easy. Take the cue ball around the table. It's going to take it for a ride, you think? 3 rails?
No, I would not. I would play a stop shot. Because if you play the stop shot, you can stun over from the 5 to the other side of the 7.
Okay.
Just make sure you have the angle. You don't really need to be extreme close or straight. Like, of course, if you're straight, you can still work to the 7, but you don't really need to here.
Yeah, I just think she's got quite a bit of an angle on the 3.
Played a no spin, and now she's lost the cue ball.
Yeah. She actually tried to do it with 2 rails instead of 3. And now, she, like, kind of you pointed out that you could just slide over if you played the stop shot.
Well,
but
I'm playing this with inside.
Yeah.
Just going to the 3rd diamond, just cross over to the other side and cut the 7. Now it's going the hard way, and because she's trying to get so well on the 7, that's how she overcut the 5. So, yeah, good break, good start, and didn't get there.
Got in trouble on the 3 there. On the 5. I keep looking at those 2 balls, and sometimes the 5 looks red to me.
You might be colorblind, George.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, and this is a good good safety.
Good safety.
Bringing both cues. I'm not really sure why, because she only took 2 seconds to decide it was the jump cue. It didn't really take long.
She was just measuring the distance.
Ooh, good try, but and it took off of that short rail. So now another chance for April.
April to tie it up. When the 5 ball was traveling towards the 9, I thought it might hit it full and stay there and, you know, help her. Get away a little.
So nice around the 7. Not sure. She's got quite some angles. She might have to choose just for the 8 in the side, just to roll the 7 in. Because I'm not sure if she can still get to the other side. The table, of course, it's day 2, so the table does grab a little bit more spin. But if it does grab that much spin, it's like still a gamble.
Yeah, on that inside English, it is a gamble.
Oh.
And she did hold it for the side.
Well, she overcut it, so that means she had plenty of angle to play it for the side pocket. But this is a big swing, because, you know, 4-4 going along with your opponent is nice. Being 5-3 down is a big swing.
Well, the closer you get to the 7, the more each game counts. And Amber is in a good position for the 8 here. She's got to avoid the 10. These 2 balls for a 2-game lead. Little firm. Bit of a cut shot here.
Yeah, she's missed one like this before.
Yes.
It was longer though, so, and I don't know how many shafts she has, so.
This is a tough shot.
It goes in and takes a 5-3 lead. And now April Larson is under a little bit more pressure.
And we'll go to a break.
Timeout, 2-minute timeout.
And welcome back to Klagenfurt for this World Women's 10-Ball Championship. April Larson breaking the balls here, trailing by 2 games in a race to 7. Score is 5-3. No ball on the break. No shot on the 1. And for Chen, her opponent, to look at the possible push out or jump shot. Doubt it. Just a push here.
Messy layout here.
Yeah, it's messy. It's not sure what to do. She looks like she's kicking at it. Just go ahead and shoot it.
Yeah, the only thing what I just don't really like about this is that she's sending the 1 ball to her
To
very
an
open space
area.
again.
Yeah,
It's
and there's only 1 ball to get behind. That's why I was thinking maybe a push behind the 6, so you have a jump shot, option of a jump shot.
okay, nice bump on the 2. Not sure. It looks like there's a 3-9 combination, which would open up the whole game. So if she can get on the other side and control the 3 and the cue ball after, then it's a good opportunity.
Yeah, I think if she gets good on this 3-9 combo, it controls well. And she likes those combos. She's showing us a little bounce here.
Ooh, she's a little short though. I would have liked to be on the other side just to don't have the cue ball run into the 10-4.
Sure.
Which she can also choose to purposely bump the 10 and the 4 and see what happens after. She's always going to see the 3
She could cut the 3 ball real thin and miss the 9 and take the cue ball on the other side for a safety.
No, I think it's go time. Does she get the 3-7? She did. Little gamble, but I did like that. So, but now is the question. I think it does go. Not sure if she can see enough of this 3. It does look like it goes.
Yeah.
To me, at least, it does.
Sure does.
Ooh, but she played it a little firm or too soft. It depends how you want to look at it.
Well, she's close to the 3, so she can cut it real thin and play safe. Just run the cue ball up. Nicely done. Just froze the cue ball on the back rail. Go to the side rail, bottom rail, and up.
Yeah, 2 rails. I think it's the only way to go here. If she can find the gap in between the 10 and the 8 with the 3, could lead to a good safety.
Extension.
Called the extension. Of course, they have a 30-second shot clock, so it's different playing. Both ladies under pressure, of course, on the TV table with the shot clock. It's not always easy. Doesn't always suit everybody's playing style as well. She hit it on the way there, and yeah, really tough to hide the cue ball when the 3 is in front of the pocket.
Rail first here.
Yeah, I was also thinking about maybe drawing it, because with rail first, that 8 ball comes into play pretty close. I wouldn't draw it this way though. I would have liked to use the long rail a bit. She might still be able to cut this.
Yeah.
You can see she made the 3 ball on the left side for her in the pocket instead of the right side, so that means that the cue ball just gets a different direction. She couldn't make it, and this is a pretty easy starter and not with a very tough layout.
Yeah, it's going to be costly for April. The angle on that side pocket looked awfully small when the camera went right by it.
Yeah, these side pockets on these Predator Apex tables, they're not easy at all. You really have to be clean. Like you can see, there's no big problem. She could have played it with some inside, but then you really just gotta stroke it nicely and don't do crazy stuff on those side pockets. And this is still a little tester because she can go forward 2 rails with some left spin, but it's more like a 3 cushion shot. Like it's not really a regular in pool.
Yeah, she has to come all the way around.
Well, if you can play this 2, oh, she plays 3 rails, okay. Which is 2. Okay, nicely played. I was thinking about a different line. Didn't think she was going to be so short on the first rail. But nice shot, and I don't really see April coming back to the table in this game no more.
No.
Which puts Chen on the hill. Chinese Taipei on the hill against USA.
And that'll be tonight.
Yeah, of course, we got plenty more action coming. With the team championships also, the World Team Championship here at 4 and at 7 local time. And 6-3 for Amber Chen.
Good view of the venue, and the applause you just heard was for Jasmine Ocean as she increases her lead to 5-1.
Yeah, in this view you can see Thorsten Homan and Joshua Filler practicing on the center table on the bottom screen. All the big guns are here.
Good view of the Predator lights, the arena lights above the arena. 5 of them lighting up the whole arena. A good view of some deadly eyes looking at that cue ball as she strokes it.
So another opportunity for April. But what does come into play, especially when you're not playing so well, like it's not like she's been playing horrible, but just didn't get out a couple times and struggled here and there, and then like she will get frustrated and a little annoyed, and at one point it's just like, well, I'm just gonna shoot and whatever, because you just feel like nothing is working for you. So I'm a little scared this might happen for April at this point. And I don't think this one will go.
No, she's
good view here. Safe behind the 8? No.
Oh.
Ended up safe. Not really hooked, but at least there's distance and no open shot available for Amber Chen.
If he can go between the 2 and the 5, she can go by the 2 and the 5 with the cue ball. Goes up towards that 8. She's got to cut this real thin. I don't think she can. She's not even trying to. She's going to put the ball up and use the 10. Nice shot.
Well, I don't think it got there. Even if April can see a small edge,
Yeah,
she might just be able, with a lot of spin, put the 1 in between the 2 and the 6 and maybe crawl behind the 3. Oh, I would have liked to at least put left and get behind the 10 and maybe bonus use the 3.
she's got a little bit of a bonus there. I don't think she can spin.
But she can use a short rail, which could have been like almost covered. If you leave the cue ball on the short rail,
All the way down.
it's tough to use the short rail as well. Or can she see an angle? Oh.
Yeah, she couldn't see it. She hit the 2 ball.
So foul, and maybe we've seen it a couple of times today already. 3 foul.
I saw we had one over here. Did you have one over there too?
I've seen 2 already.
Wow.
And that means that if someone makes 3 fouls in a row, they automatically lose the game. So that means that in this case, April would make the score a little more tight. But no, she liked the combo. She likes to just go. No strategy for her.
Well, her strategy is to pocket the combo. Well done. Trying to make the best of her time at the table.
Yeah, I think I would like to play this with a lot of left. If I cut this, a lot of left, because then I would make it short here from the rail
and not have this shot.
Yeah, no, you would not be able to end up here if you played with a lot of left, and yeah, what can I say?
Tough shot. Well, I would elevate and try to draw that 3 ball behind the 9 and pick that up.
Here, this is what I meant earlier. Like now she just called it in the corner, because at one point she's just going to shoot at something. Does it go? Like, and this is just purely like frustration. Like, she hasn't been playing great, and of course she doesn't have her own equipment, and there's more stuff playing. And yeah, then at one point, you just automatically start to choose the wrong shot because you want to make something happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's not really like, I'm not blaming her. Like, I've been there. And yeah, Chen has this nice opportunity again with just 6 balls on the table.
She sees the light at the end of the tunnel here. 5 balls. This is a winner's side match, so Amber will go to the one lost side. If April will go to the one lost. That's the second time.
'" Not really much work to do here. Some inside on the 8 to move on, maybe straight on the 9. Like, I would like to be straight on the 9. Some people like to still have that small angle.
Just to get off the rail.
Yeah, it's just because when I get straight and close, I can slow roll it in and cheat the bucket a little bit and still get off the rail. So it's pure preference.
That's just right. Two balls to move ahead and take the second match of her tournament. Won the first one. Looking at this shot to win the second.
And it goes in. Amber Chen from Chinese Taipei wins 7-3 against USA's April Larson. Thank you all for watching. My name is Tim de Ruiter. Here with me is George Chia-Hua. And we'll be back at 4 p.m. with the World Team Championship. We'll see you then. Thank you.